All right, what's up? I'm walking through Vicky Park and I meet this guy right here. What's your name, man? How'd you know who I was?
Hafiz, and I saw your video on London Real, and I think you're doing a great job. I'm a subscriber to your channel, and it's really good to just sort of bump into you in the park while I'm doing my bike ride. So you never know who you're going to meet out there, and it's good.
I appreciate that, man. And you were watching some of our videos during lockdown. I think Robert Kiyosaki, all that stuff, and getting some education. And now you saw we're running for mayor. What do you think of all that? Us running for mayor, versus the current mayor up there. What are your thoughts?
I think London needs something new, something different, and I think having looked at the figures that the mainstream media aren't necessarily telling you, you can actually get a real insight as to what is actually going on, and then you can make a better informed decision based on the facts, the actual facts.
Yeah, the more and more I learn it, each newspaper and each television channel is affiliated with a political party.
Exactly.
So you think you're getting the news, but you're actually getting the news that fits that political agenda.
Of course.
And so luckily we have our independent channel, so we're putting out the best ideas. But I think you saw the piece that we put out about knife crime and the current mayor of London. What did you think of that piece? What did you learn?
I think it was great, because I would say to everyone on YouTube, I would say you have to bear in mind that these media organizations, most of them, some of them are heavily funded by people like Rupert Murdoch. They have their political affiliations. And so with YouTube now, especially with the content that you're seeing now, it's primary research. It's actually real. It's not sort of filtered by any organization that has a political party affiliation. And, the content is really good. It's sourced from very credible sources. So you can really look at someone's YouTube channel, you can really sort of get the facts, and you can really see quite clearly what's going on, as opposed to being force-fed disinformation by media organizations that have their own political agendas.
Yeah, really well said, man. What did you think about those knife crime statistics that I dropped on that video, and the rate of knife crime in the city and the teenagers getting killed on the streets? What did you think of all that when you saw it?
I was quite shocked when I saw the knife crime statistics, because at the end of the day, I've been a Londoner my whole entire life, and you want to feel safe in your city. You want to be able to go outside, and you want to be able to have a bike ride or a walk in the park without having to worry about being mugged or someone attacking you, stealing your phone, and God forbid, it could happen to anyone. And I think knife crime needs to be cut down. And I understand Sadiq Khan's current argument about his funding has been cut from the Conservative Party, but what he needs to do is actually reallocate his existing budget and focus that more on knife crime, because people's lives are at risk. This is something that we can prevent when we come together as a community through better education and through better decision making. But the change has got to come from the top, and if it doesn't come from the top, there won't be no change.
Well said, man. Seriously, leadership is about taking ownership of your decisions and the consequences. You can't point the finger at the other political party or the national government for your own failings. You have to put your hand up and say, okay, it's ultimately my responsibility, and I got to do something about it. And when teenagers are stabbing teenagers in the streets, it's not their fault.
Yeah.
It's our fault as adults. We failed.
Exactly.
We failed to give them the education, the protection. When teenagers feel like they have to carry a knife just to be safe, it's just nasty. And when you see some of the crime scenes and stuff, I've gone deep on this data, and it's like brings tears to your eyes.
Yeah.
I got young kids. I got a daughter that's 16. To know that, or even you or I could be walking around and have to deal with someone pulling a knife. Ultimately, the he's got to take responsibility. So
prevention is better than cure, and I would definitely say that more can be done. It's not about it. It should not be a case of pointing the finger at another political party. It should be a case of looking at my current position as Mayor of London. What am I doing practically to directly address the issues without hiding behind any sort of media organization or going to any sort of lavish banquets or whatnot? It's a case of, where am I now? What is my role? What am I doing? And what is what I'm doing? How is it working towards getting the results I need? And that's a safer London, a knife crime free London, where everyone can feel freer and more safer to come out and enjoy their life, especially during the lockdown, when many people are on furlough.
Yeah, no, it's so true. And I think a lot of the issues with night crime start in the community by giving a lot of these young people opportunities to do other things, opportunities to learn to be entrepreneurs, which you can do in a virtual space, opportunities to engage in physical activity and all that. So we need to start, like you said, the prevention it's all about prevention. And that's kind of a theme in my whole policy of the campaign. It's like health prevention. Let's not get to where, you're overweight and you have heart disease. Let's prevent that. Let's not get to where there's knives in the streets. Let's prevent that.
Of course.
You know, and let's try to see what we can do. So, look, I really appreciate your thoughts, man.
Likewise, yeah, I'm really grateful for having met you. I think the work you're doing is really good. I think London would definitely benefit seriously from what you're doing. You know, we need a voice. You know, we need a voice that's actually got a plan, got a goal, got objectives that are credible and has got good structure behind it. And I think you've got all of that. And I think, you know, I wish you all the very best of luck for the candidacy. I think you'll make a great candidate and an even better mayor.
Thank you, man. I love it. And I just gave him some swag as well. So you got the Brian for Mayor pin going on. If you see me out there, I'll be handing these out. Yeah. But literally, I love it when people stop me in the streets and have these conversations. Again, I think one thing that our current mayor fails to remember sometimes is the job of mayor is to do two things. It's to listen to the citizens and to serve them. And then listen and serve. Like, that's my job as mayor, to find out what's on your mind, what can I do better, and to rinse and repeat. So I appreciate you stopping me.
Likewise, man.
And I appreciate the good thoughts. Anybody out there, if you ever see me in the streets, come up and talk to me. I'd love to talk to you. I might put you on camera. Now, what about this guy and a YouTube channel for this guy, right? Come on, you're a great speaker, man.
I wish, mate. I'm still looking for a job actually at the moment. So yeah, if anyone sort of has any roles for someone working in finance, do leave a comment on the page, and it would be great to get in touch.
Let's get this guy on a YouTube channel. Leave your comments below if you want my man to get on the YouTube and start talking about finance. That's the way forward. So, all right, man, thank you so much.
Hey, likewise. Thank you very much.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you all there. Leave me your comments below. Tell me what you think. We're doing this. May 6th is the election. May 7th, we're moving into City Hall. We're making changes. Thank you so much. Love you guys. Bye.